Hello and welcome to the Dr. Kyra Show. This is part of the series for leaders during the pandemic of coronavirus. And today we're going to talk about the skill that we need around dealing with groundlessness. Groundlessness is the thing that feels so weird right now. That's why everybody feels like you're walking and you're holding on one foot, or you're a little off kilter all the time, or you're constantly trying to, catch up or find a new normal. So that groundlessness has a very specific function that's happening in the brain. I'll describe that for you really quickly. In your brain, you basically have an area that holds what is me versus what is not me. It is the narrative self. It is stored in the prefrontal cortex, specifically the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. And what happens when your world gets upended is that you don't feel like me anymore, and that sends all kinds of panic feelings and stress hormones and everything else to your system. So this is an exercise that a lot of people have done, but please do it with me. I invite you to do it with me just to kind of drive it home for yourself. Take your hands and interlace your fingers. You'll notice one thumb is on top. That's what we'll call the me thumb. That's the part that is your normal, your normal self and what you think of yourself. And this has been built up through many, many years of doing it this way. Now take your hands apart and interlace your fingers the other direction so that your other thumb's on top, and hold it there while I share what's going on in your brain. So basically what your brain is doing right now is it's saying, this is not me, this is not me, this is not me. And that discomfort that you're feeling is the seed. It's the tiny little starter of what you're experiencing in this larger pandemic, in the larger upheaval of work and home life and leading others and trying to make sense of it all. So what can you do? What's the medicine? What's the cure for this groundlessness? Well, part of it is to accept it, but the other part is to actually do something, which is to establish routine and habit. So for many of you who have kids or who have seen others who have kids, babies only do well when there's a lot of structure. Babies and toddlers. There needs to be a lot of structure to their day, or their world is incredibly groundless because they have all these new experiences. They don't know how to categorize them. Their brain doesn't know how to group them. They don't know how to rely on anything consistent to go to. So what's been happening is that all of your old routines have been disrupted. Boom. And all of your new routines haven't yet formed, and your new habits. So what you can do to accelerate and catalyze that, not only for yourself, but for the people that you lead, is to establish schedules, routines, repeat practices, and habits. Now, a word on habits. Habits has unfortunately become a marketing term, and I don't mean to disparage all you wonderful marketers. It is a skill that is amazing. But let's talk about it with respect to how the brain treats a habit. A real habit is something that the brain has rendered so many times repeatedly that it makes it automatic. So unless something is automatic and mindless, it is not yet a habit. If it is a habit for a little while and then it gets disrupted by something else, it is a new habit that then gets disrupted by the old habit, because you're always going to have the old version and the new version. Why is that important? It's important right now because as you establish these routines, I don't want you to get fooled by thinking that something's a habit and then getting disappointed when you don't do it or feel like you're groundless again. So all you have to do is just re-anchor, re-ground to that routine, maybe adjust it a little bit and get back on some sort of routine, some sort of habit that makes you feel like you're touching ground again and that you've got a new normal starting to be built in this very shifting tides world. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next one.